Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. I appreciate every single one of you. It's been a few days since I uploaded something on my YouTube. Yeah, been a bit busy, but we're back now. Shout out to everyone tuning in. The best way you can support this channel, remember, is to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, get active in the comment section especially. That's the only way I can, kind of gauge what you guys think, what you guys like. Do you guys like what I'm doing? Do you not like what I'm doing? How can I improve? What do you want to see? Suggestions are always welcome. Let me know in the comment section below. So, yeah, man, listen, we are here to talk about one thing only, and that is Ruben Amorim's interview. First interview as a Man United head coach. Yeah, you got to be precise about these things because, you want to get it right. So he gave his first interview as Man United head coach, and I watched it yesterday when I was live on TikTok. By the way, if you're on TikTok, please follow me at Aaron Chakaya, same name as my YouTube. And yeah, I go live on there when games are on. I'm actually live today. If you're watching this today before 7:45 p.m. UK time, I am live tonight at 7:30 p.m. UK time to do the live watch for the Germany game against Bosnia. So I'm looking forward to that. So if you're around, if you're on TikTok, please follow me and join me on the live. So yeah, during halftime yesterday, when Portugal played against Poland, I watched the interview and I have to say, I was very, very impressed. Now, of course, rival fans will come to you and say, well, you've been excited about this guy, and listen, don't listen to these guys, yeah? Do not listen to these guys. Listen, just follow your heart. Follow your heart and follow what you think, do you know what I mean, as a United fan. And I have to say, I was very impressed with his demeanor. I was very impressed with the way he expresses himself, I was very impressed with the way he articulates. Yes, you can tell, obviously, English is not his first language, but you can tell that the way he speaks, if he was to speak to the group, they would understand what he's saying. They would understand what he means, and they wouldn't struggle to take in the information that he's trying to share with them, which is one of the biggest issues we had when Ten Hag was in charge. One thing that I really struggled with over time, and at first I was a bit lenient towards it, and I was like, you know what, English is not his first language and it will take some time to get adjusted to the environment. And I always had the example of Pochettino in mind. English was not his first language. When he first came to the UK, or when he first came to the Premier League, I remember, and you guys remember this as well, he had a translator with him. He had someone there next to him to translate. But over the years, he made the effort to speak English, and over time, you could understand what he was saying. But I just felt like with Ten Hag, there was always something missing. He was always looking for his words. He was always almost tripping over his words. I would even dare to say stuttering. Like, it was never clear. What he wanted to say was never clear. Like, you never really knew, like, what he actually wanted to say. So it really led me to believe, like, how do you get your messages across to the group? Do you even get your messages across to the group to begin with? Can you do that? Are you able to do that? And with Amorim and listening to the way he was speaking in the interview, I definitely think he's able to get his message across without stuttering, without looking for words, without hesitation. He will say what he has to say. So, yeah, the first impression in the interview was amazing yesterday. And obviously, it's very typical from other fans to tell us not to get excited. And you do not want to get too excited, but this is Man United, man. When you talk about Man United, it's an affair of the heart. Do you know what I mean? So because it's an affair of the heart, it's very hard not to get excited. But I want to go through some of the quotes, and I just want to give my opinion on it. So feel free to chip in the comments as well about the quotes or what you've seen that I may not say here that he said in the interview. So feel free to go ahead in the comment section and yeah, let me know what you think. So the first quote that I want to talk about, I've got it here on my phone. The first quote is, Manchester United is the engine of the Premier League. We know that we are the engine of football. I don't think much needs to be said when it comes to this, because this is a fact. And this morning I watched Culture Cam's video. Shout out to Culture Cam's. And he was spot on as well about this. We are the engine of the Premier League, whether people like it or not. The biggest club in this country, the biggest club in England. Because when you talk about Manchester United on any platform, whether it's on TV, on radio, on social media, any platform, people are going to listen because it's Manchester United. So how do newspapers get clicks and likes? They talk about Man United. How do pundits, get attention sometimes and end up in big newspapers and end up being in the headlines of news and stuff? It's by saying stuff about Man United. Always, whether it's past, present, or future. You can talk about Man United in the past and say, I don't know, something about the 99 squad. Oh, they didn't really deserve to be champions. If somebody ever said that on TV, that's big news. That news is headlining everything in sport in the UK, 100%. So I'm very happy that he understands this. He knows that I can't be playing with the name Manchester United, because we really are the engine of football. We really are the talk of the town, like they say. We are. So I'm happy that he understands and he really, he knows this. The next quote I want to talk about is, the most important thing for me, this is Amorim talking, of course. The most important thing for me is identity. So since day one, we will start with our identity from the first game. How to play, how to press, these small things, small details. So if I have to say one thing, my main goal, my first goal is identity. And I think I remember him saying as well, when it comes to detail, you don't want to overload players with too many details because the players can get confused. And I really like the fact that he knows this as well. Yes, getting information across to the players is important, but too much information can overload the brain, just as human beings, to be fair. Too much information can overload the brain and you can kind of get confused and do things wrong because there's too much information. Think of it as, when you try to teach kids something, if you overload kids with too much information, it confuses them. You have to go about things one at a time with kids. And I'm not saying United players are kids. However, I am saying when it comes to football, football is so broad and so vast that you can't overload players with too many tactical, detailed information because it will confuse them on the pitch. Oh, manager said I have to do this. Oh, gaffer said I have to do this. Oh, damn, but I have to do this as well. And I have to do... It's too much information and you'll start making mistakes where you're not even supposed to make any. So, again, I love the fact that he knows not to overload the players with too much detail. That's very important. He said from day one, we will start with our identity. And that has been something that I've been crying out for. 2.5 years under Ten Hag, we struggled to see what the identity was. Yes, he came out in press conferences and said, we want to be the best transition team. That's not an identity. That's just an aspect of the game that you're good at. Which, I talked about this in large parts in almost every single one of my videos. We were only good at that specific aspect, but that wasn't necessarily an identity. Being good in transitions is not an identity. I'm sorry. You're just good at an aspect of the game. That's it. And I'm happy that he said that we're going to see an identity. And he also said something, and I didn't save the quote. He said something along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing here, people are talking about the 3-4-3, people are talking about the 4-3-3, and other formations. What's important is that from day one, you're going to see an idea. Oh, when he said that, bro, I nearly... Listen, like I said, it's very hard not to get excited, but when you hear stuff like that, these are things that we've been crying out for as Man United fans, to just have an idea and stick to it, because it can go wrong. And this is what happened with Ten Hag. I'm sure that he did have an idea. He did have an idea, but I feel like he completely abandoned his core principles and wanted to create this new style of play and adhere to the Man United way, which is why we were only good in transitions. And he completely abandoned what he actually stood for, what we knew him for. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a story for another day. I love the fact that Amorim said that the most important thing is the identity. That is so key. From day one, we have to be able to look at Man United games and say, wow, this is how Man United play. Whether you like it or not, I think he said it as well. Whether you like the idea or not, and this is the next quote, for sure you will see an idea on the tactical point of view. You may like it, you may not. You will see positioning, something that we want to reach that kind of level. That's very important. Whether I am going to like it or not, I'm happy to know that from day one for him, which is going to be the Ipswich game, from the Ipswich game, I'm happy that I'm going to see an identity, an idea, a concept from day one. That's all we're asking for. Whether we're going to like it or not, that's another thing. But we have to be able to see an idea, a concept, something from day one. So, again, very happy with that. Ruben Amorim on having a young squad. I do not want to say that we need time just because we are a young team. They are prepared. They are prepared to cope with the demands of playing for Manchester United. They should be because they are here. And I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. When you play for Man United, it should be a no-brainer. You should know what comes with it. You should know what it means. The history of the club speaks for itself. So just because of the history, you should know what comes with playing for Man United. If you're old enough, you're good enough. Sorry, if you're good enough, you're old enough. Age does not matter, especially at this club. Especially at this club. Because, I'm sorry, I can't excuse somebody's poor performance and say, yeah, but he's 20. Yeah, but he's 18. Yeah, but he's 19. No, because, again, the history proved to us that age is nothing but a number when you play for Manchester United. 18-year-old Rooney came to Manchester United and bagged a hat-trick on his debut against Fenerbahce. Why do we say these things? Because they resonate with people. Do you know what I mean? Anthony Martial scored on his debut with Man United against Liverpool. And what a goal it was. Like, do you get where I'm coming from? Like, the class of 99, why do we love them so much? It's because despite their young age, these men delivered. So, I'm happy that he knows that he specifically said they are prepared to cope with the demands of playing for Man United. So, he's basically summarizing everything I just said in that little phrase there. So again, this is somebody that has done his research. He's done the digging. So again, Amorim, bro, such a smart guy, man. Such a smart guy. Two more quotes. He said, I will do everything for the team. I will defend my players if I have to all the time against everybody. Reminds me of Fergie. Very good. This is a key point for me. I will try to do everything to put this club in the place that it belongs. I will do everything to win. Again, this is somebody that has done his research and knows what it takes and knows what it means. And again, you might look at this video and say, yo, Aaron he's overdoing it, like he's being too euphoric. And euphoria, you need it sometimes in life. You need it. But again, I can't complain with everything he said. If he had said something wrong, listen, trust me, I would have come on here and I would have said it. I would have raised this issue with you guys. And the last point, the last quote that I'm going to read, which is actually my favourite from all of those quotes. Amorim says, I've played in every position, right back, left back, central defender, midfielder, winger, number 10, number 8. I haven't played goalkeeper or striker. So I was a team player who also knew the bench. So I know everything my players feel. When I think about a team, I think about each player, the fans, the feelings. Everything is in my mind. You see what he just said, yeah? This is going to fly over a lot of people's heads. What he's basically saying is, he's indirectly telling the players, you man better be ready to play any position I tell you to play in. Because he's saying, bro, I played in every position. I played right back, left back, central defender, every position in midfield, winger. The only two positions I ain't played in are striker and goalkeeper. And I've been on the bench as well, so I know what it means. I know what it feels like to hold bench. So he's indirectly telling the players, listen, you man, better be ready, because when I tell you to play wing back, you better play wing back. Because if you don't, you'll be on the bench. So all this, yeah, but he likes to play off the left only. That's done. That's finished. Yeah, but he only likes to play up front. That's done. Finished. Yeah, but he doesn't like to play in a six by himself. That's done. It's finished. What he's prioritizing here is the team. So if that means this player has to play wing back for the betterment of the team, brother, you better get your lungs ready, because you're going to be up and down the pitch the whole game. If somebody playing as a striker is for the betterment of the team, boy, you better start practicing on your finishing, because a lot of crosses are going to come in to you so that you can finish them. So I absolutely love the fact, yeah, that he said, listen, I've played in all those positions for the team. So if I can do it, you man better do it. Because I'm here now and I'm the gaffer. So he's indirectly preparing the players, to be playing in every position. Not because, and when they do play in those positions, whether they like it or not, it's for the betterment of the team. Ego, you gotta put the ego aside. So listen, I can only say positive things about this interview, man. Ruben Amorim, yeah, I'm looking forward to this stint, man. And listen, the same rule applies. A manager, a gaffer should be able to come in and implement what he wants to implement within 18 months. And let's see what happens. I'm positive, innit? I'm positive with Amorim, and I'm positive with what he's going to do. So, 18 months, I believe he'll be able to do it. I believe he's going to implement his style of play. We're going to see an identity. We're going to see an idea, like he said. And listen, that Ipswich game next week can't come fast enough, because I want to watch it yesterday. That's when I want to watch it. And boy, you better believe that I'm going to be at that first home game, bro. First home game with Amorim in charge, 28th of November. It's a Thursday, 8 p.m. kickoff. Manchester United against Bodo Glimt in the Europa League. You better believe that I will be there, bro. 100%. You lot think I'm going to miss that? No, never. And I'm going to vlog this as well. So, yeah, keep your eyes locked on my channel, because that's going to be lit. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you, as always. If something new happens or something new comes about, breaking news, all of that stuff, until club football comes back, you guys know where to find me. You can find me here. You can find me on my social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, where I post a lot of stuff as well. Twitter, if you want to see me talk rubbish. And and yeah, man, keep your eyes locked on my channel and my social media platforms. The name is the same everywhere, so it's not going to be hard to find me. So, you know what to do, people. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you made it till the end of this video, go in the comment section and type in... Oh, you know what? I'm wearing green and the mic is on, so it's green. If you made it to the end of this video, go in the comment section and type in green. So, there you go. Like, share, comment, people. It's road to 14K. I appreciate every single one of you lot, and I'll see you next time. Peace.